Ring of Honor has their latest event, Death Before Dishonor, coming up tomorrow night, Friday night, 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central. You can get it on Ring of Honor's Honor Club. Watch ROH.com, and it will come to us just up I-35 at the Esports Stadium in beautiful Arlington, Texas, in the shadow of Globe Life Field, the home of the world champion Texas Rangers. Never thought I'd be able to say that. As well as AT&T Stadium, the home of the Dallas Cowboys. One of the matches that will be on that card, the Ring of Honor Women's World Championship, will be on the line as Queen Aminata challenges my guest. Joining me on the hotline, she is the current reigning and defending Ring of Honor Women's World Champion, has been for 18 months. It is none other than Texas's own Athena. Athena, how are you?
I am fantastic. How are you?
I'm great. Thanks for joining me. I wanted to ask you because, of course, before your time in Ring of Honor, you were one of the absolute biggest profile wrestlers on the independent scene, and especially here in the state of Texas. And you spent a lot of time in Austin. You wrestled a lot for Anarchy. You've also wrestled for Inspire Pro, now Inspire After Death, the company I do commentary for. Is there a memory from wrestling in Austin that sticks out in your mind?
I mean, not so much wrestling, but I did get engaged in an Inspire Wrestling ring there.
Now, okay, hold on. You got engaged in an Inspire ring.
Yes.
To Mr. Palmer, right?
Yes.
Now the newest member of the Born Haters, but I've known Matthew for so many years. Wow. Okay, so that's kind of cool, though. I mean, we like to think that
that is amazing.
Absolutely. I mean, we like to think great things happen in Inspire, and that is definitely one of the greatest. That Athena gets engaged to Matthew Palmer there in Inspire. That's awesome. I like that. So I want to ask you this. I know you are an avid gamer. You do a Twitch stream. Now, full disclosure, I had a hard enough time with Ms. Pac-Man back when I was a kid, so I don't game that much. But I want to find out, what is the video game du jour right now? Which one is occupying most of your time on Twitch, or even just gaming just for the sake of having fun?
Right now on stream, I am playing the brand new Princess Peach Showtime. Off stream, I just finished Vanishers. It's kind of a ghost adventure that was pretty awesome. And then as well, I just finished that, but I just started a newer game called Flintlock. It came out last week, and that's occupying my time. But I dabble in everything.
Okay. I mean, so what genre of video game do you usually gravitate towards?
I'm action adventure, RPG. Sometimes I like playing some sports games like NHL hockey. Not that I'm great. I just like to hit people into the boards.
That's half.
Yeah,
that's half the
everything.
I mean, that's half the allure of hockey is the fight. So I get you.
That is true. That is true. Smash Bros, Mario Kart. I dabble in a little bit of everything. I'm a Nintendo kid growing up, but as I've gotten older, I've just learned that I really just enjoy escaping into a new world, roaming free, and just kind of seeing what my surroundings are like. And I have a lot of games to look forward to, like Fable and Assassin's Creed. So yeah, I dabble in a lot. I feel like it's unfair to say I like one thing.
Okay. All right. Now, you mentioned, of course, playing NHL hockey. Have you been to a Dallas Stars game?
So, funny you say that. I've never witnessed a live hockey game.
Okay. All right.
Never. I hope to, fix that soon, but never have I ever. I understand.
We've got the minor league affiliate, the Texas Stars, here in the Austin area. So, I've been to a couple of Dallas Stars games. It's not bad, and I know about a sliver of hockey. I'm a football guy, so but I know little hockey. I know enough to at least not look too clueless. So I get you, though. This is your second stint in Ring of Honor. What is the biggest challenge with this current run?
I don't know. Finding real competition. No, I am joking because we have an amazing roster. I don't really have a lot of challenges. I think like with me being champion for over a year and a half at this standpoint, it's trying to be creative, find new ideas, just new things to do. You know, never be complacent, push for the stars, and continue to make the star-making performances, not only with myself, but elevating my division in the process.
Okay. That makes total sense. Tony Khan is so receptive to everybody's creative ideas, and I'm sure you've given some ideas. Is there something that you really want to do that we haven't seen yet in your run in Ring of Honor?
If I knew, I wouldn't tell you. I do know, and I won't tell you. Because that's all about the surprise, you know? There's a lot of stuff that I can still do. There's a lot of people that I can still wrestle within Ring of Honor. But not to give any spoilers or anything, but I'm going to give it away. No, I'm not going to tell you.
That's okay. Hey, I love surprises, so I get it. And it's hard to do that in pro wrestling nowadays. With all the leaks and everything, it's hard to have a legitimate surprise. So I totally understand that. Let me ask you, you won the women's title in December 2022, and you've held it since then. So 18 months. I have heard you in press conference. You call yourself the forever champion, and I tell you, I think as of now, that's probably a pretty good claim. What is the key to your long title reign?
Win at all costs. You know, I think a lot of people don't know the lengths that I will go to keep my championship. Like, I take forever very seriously, and I don't care if people are sick of me. You know, at all costs, you know, I think a lot of people want to play within the rules, play within the confines. Championship gold. It's my precious. It's my baby. You know, no one's going to take my ROH Women's World Championship away from me. You know, I think I'm far more dedicated to keeping my championship than people understand. Okay,
that makes so sense. Is there somebody, before we get to what's going to happen tomorrow night, is there somebody, so, you know, we know the Forbidden Door has been open with Ring of Honor, and of course, AEW, you know, working with New Japan and CMLL and all these different promotions. Is there like a dream opponent that you still have in your mind you want to see across from you in the ring?
I have a lot, but if we're talking about Forbidden Door, I've never been to Japan. I've always wanted to go. I'm kind of a secret of, please forgive me if I mispronounce it, Mayu Iwatani. That is someone I really, really want to wrestle. There's another woman in Stardom as well named Thekla. There's a couple of women from Tokyo Joshi Pro I would like to wrestle, but like, honestly, the sky's the limit. You know, there's so many phenomenal women out there that are just grinding and killing it day in and day out. I would just love to make magic with them. Yeah.
Well, I'll be honest, it surprised me a little bit that you haven't been to Japan, because I got to believe that's going to happen soon.
Fingers crossed.
Yeah, well, you know, with a lot of the crossover talent, we've seen several women, even here in the independent scene, make their way to Japan to wrestle for Stardom or Tokyo Joshi Pro or whatever. And, you know, they put on some banger matches. And Mayu Iwatani, that would be a fantastic, I think that'd be a phenomenal match for you and for Ring of Honor or whatever banner is being flown there. Before I get to tomorrow night, let's talk about the minions. You have your minions. Now,
yes.
Is there room to grow the minions? And B, have you heard from anybody with Despicable Me?
What was the second question you cut out?
Have you heard from anybody with Despicable Me?
First off, I love Despicable Me. I stood in line at Universal in LA to ride that ride for almost 2 hours, by the way. I'm a big fan of Steve Carell, like, big fan of the Minions movie. Yeah, never heard from them, but honestly, I love them regardless. But are you asking to be a minion? Is that why?
I might be a little old to be a minion. I mean, I'm in my 50s, so I think my minion days are behind me. But
no one is too old to be a minion. I am not biased. You just have to be petty. You have to have some petty in you. That's it.
Okay, that might be a problem. I'm not the most petty guy. So I was so I don't know, but I think it's fun. I think watching you with Billy Starks and Lexi and everybody, the interactions are absolutely wonderful and just so much fun. Is that one of those things where you three get together and just start spitballing and see what works and see what's happening?
I wish we were far more organized than that, and I think it's far more impressive that most of the stuff we do, we have an idea of what we want to say or what, when it comes to the opponent, but most of the time we ad-lib. Like, it's so much fun. Like, Lexi is so sassy, and Billy is Billy. We even talked about it that, like, if I'm Scar from The Lion King, Billy is Ed, and then Lexi is Whoopi Goldberg's character. We have fun, and I think it's just we just click together. It just kind of was something that, Billy came along, and Billy became my minion, and then we drug Lexi into it, and it just was organically, like, magical. And so we just kind of go with the flow. We kind of feed off of each other. Like, it's really weird. Yes, we do plan some things, but for the most part, we just let everybody be who they are, and it works.
That's wonderful. I mean, and I love the fact that you ad-lib. How's the ankle?
Oh, man. It's coming.
Okay.
It's coming along.
I mean, you're wrestling in just over 24 hours, so hopefully it's good enough to get in the ring at least.
I'm not gonna say because I don't know if Queen Aminata's listening to this or not.
Okay, I understand.
I'm not where I want to be. I'll tell you that.
Okay.
I'm still in a boot, and it's not fun.
Okay. All right, I understand. Speaking of Queen Aminata, you're going to face her tomorrow night, Death Before Dishonor. Do you care to share any strategy?
Aminata is a extremely powerful striker. She's knocked me on my butt several times, and I'm not happy about it. From the moment I first had my match with her, I believe it was in 2022 on Dark, I knew that she was something special. I will say that from the way she carries herself. And then fast forward to a year and a half later, she's traveled all around the world. She's got that experience. She's got that knowledge. I don't know what Lisa Aminata is willing to go through, but I know she's pretty pissed off about, maybe me lending Billy a helpful comment on how to win that ROH TV championship. So I know she's capable of far more than what she's shown you guys. So I will not give any of my strategy other than I'm going to avoid those kicks with all costs.
Okay. That's not a bad piece of strategy to adhere. Before I let you go, you've wrestled for Ring of Honor here in the state of Texas so many times, especially up in the Metroplex, but I got to imagine every time it's so special. You are a Metroplex girl. Born in Garland, you're raised in Dallas. It's got to be special every time you set foot in a ring up in the Dallas-Fort Worth area.
It is. I mean, it's my home. It's where I first started wrestling, almost like 18, 19 years ago. This place is very special. I actually started off at a local company here called PCW in Arlington, Texas. So I'm very well known in the area, and then going to Metroplex Wrestling in Bedford, and even being at the esports arena at UTA. I went to school at UTA, so Arlington is very special to me, and I'm kind of like really pumped in the weirdest ways to not only just do Death Before Dishonor tomorrow night, but then we have Collision the following night, and then we have ROH tapings, so I'm very privileged to not have to go through TSA for a couple of months, but I'm really happy that Arlington invited us into my home, basically.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I know the crowd is going to, the crowd always gives you a big reception, especially in the DFW area, and it's so cool to get to see you with everything that you've accomplished over your career, and all the memories you've made for people here in the state of Texas. It's going to be a lot of fun. She is Athena. She is the Ring of Honor Women's World Champion. She will defend that title tomorrow night at Death Before Dishonor, 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central, on WatchROH.com. Athena, I appreciate the time. It's so good to get to talk to you. All the best to you, and good luck tomorrow night.
Awesome. Thank you.